And welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Gorilla Cross Radio, streaming live on GorillaCross.com, the Gorilla Cross app, and every social media platform we got. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have a dope show for you today, right here, broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas. Got my man Josh Williams in the building, all decked out in the former team's name.
Hey, listen. It's a part of my history, all right?
But listen, man, you got the socks on. You got
my socks.
You got the jersey.
The closet has been turned over, so the Redskins socks have made an appearance.
Made an appearance. You're close to first place. You're getting there. It's right there.
Half a game. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yes, I see that you just probably read what I just read on my phone.
The game?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
I saw you like really intently looking.
More postponements. This game happen? It's a Thanksgiving game
that just can't.
It might start on Christmas. Who knows? Who knows? Listen, man, we are going to be live in a minute with Jenny Sushe. She covers boxing. She does a lot of stuff, man. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. We'll be live with her in just about a minute and a half, talking about the Tyson Jones fight.
Man,
did you guys like it? Did you love it? Josh is going to be upset, but I do have some Nate Robinson memes that we will be showing today on the show.
Nate, I know that I'm a part of the show, but I am not a part of the movement.
You're part of. Listen, man, if you can make fun of Boeheim for running over people on the freeway, you can make fun of your boy Nate.
Listen, all right? I've met Jim. I know Nate. There's a difference. That was terrible, but it's the truth.
You are tragic. But listen, man, we're here live every Monday and Thursday. Check your local listings for times. But we are here live, and we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please share the live show with your people. Nate Robinson is still asleep, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. We got some football to talk about. We got some NBA to talk about. The NBA is back already, folks.
Yes.
So be ready. We'll talk about
can't come quick enough.
You know, some people are upset about it, but some people are excited because they haven't played in 9 months. Teams like the Lakers, teams like the Miami Heat, you know, they obviously just played not too long ago. But, you know, other teams have had 9 months off. If you didn't go to the bubble, you haven't played at all in 9 months.
Yeah. Since March?
Yeah.
Since March. So, you know, so for those teams, man, listen, it can't start we can't take any more time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we talked about it before the show. I do feel bad for teams like the Miami Heat, for like the Lakers. The Heat, they had multiple injuries going into the finals and then also during the finals that are going to impact the beginning part of their season.
Yeah.
But for the vast majority of the league, man, it's been 3-4 months. It's been their normal off season. So it's just at a weird time, but it's time for basketball.
Yeah.
It's time for something else other than just football.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. So listen, man, there was a big fight this weekend. Obviously, it was a very hyped up fight. It was an exhibition, something we would have probably wanted to see a long time ago. And
Maybe.
there was exhibitions in the exhibition.
Yes.
With Nate Robinson and Jake Paul. I keep forgetting. I didn't even know what Paul it was. There's so many Pauls out there. There's Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Jake from State Farm, Chris Paul, fake Chris Paul. They're all over the place. But we have a special guest that we wanted to bring in because she was very upset on her Instagram about this fight. And I wanted to see why she was so upset about it. She was going live the whole time or, doing her Instagram stories the whole time. But we want to get her in the studio next time she's in Vegas because she is out here a lot. But she's out there in Cali right now, so we wanted to bring her on via video call. We got Jenny Sushe live on the line right now. Jenny, what's good?
Hey, thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure to have you on. We're very excited to have you on. I'm sick of looking at Josh's face. He's not the prettiest girl in the world. Yeah. So it's nice to have like a pretty face on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much for coming on and giving us your insight. You were, as Quan said, you were big mad. you weren't just mad. You were big mad over the weekend.
I was more, I guess, irritated, not upset, just irritated.
Yeah, okay.
And it was more, I don't know who Jake Paul is. Today I looked him up and I was talking to my girlfriends. And they're explaining to me, how he comes from money and who his brother is. But what I was more irritated with the interview after the fight. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
No, so that irritated me. So don't know who he is. I'm like, okay, he's a social influencer. He's boxing, or he's going to go into boxing. He fights, what's his name? Nate Robinson, former NBA player. So I'm thinking, okay, he's just going to talk about, thank you for fighting with me, giving me a chance. But he goes on and God, I hate being a hater. But just like his tone and the way he was acting, like he believes like he's a boxer, he's a pro boxer, and that, and he just started talking about his struggles in boxing and how he relates. And then he started comparing himself to Deontay Wilder. And that's what pissed me off.
Okay.
I didn't like that at all. And I don't know. I love boxing. I'm a huge fan. There's a few people that I love. I started watching boxing because of Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
And I love his story. I love the individual, the boxer, their struggle. I love the story. Right. And then you got Triple G and his brother and their story for coming from Russia. Mm-hmm. Then you have Jake Paul with all this money coming in, which is great and everything. It brings more eyes to boxing.
Just
more eyes
just
to
different.
Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he bypasses the whole struggle. And for him to go on an interview and talk about his struggle and people hating him and that how he likes, how he loves the sport and just comparing himself to that irked me. That irritated me.
Now when Quan was telling me that was kind of one of the things that you had a problem with.
I don't want to be a hater.
No. I don't think you were hating.
Stomp on anybody's dreams of being a boxer.
Yeah. Well. So, what I was telling, because I remember when he was saying that, and I felt like the question, the reporter, the question kind of leaded him there a little bit, because it was more or less, just tell us your story, and do you feel like you're too old to start boxing? And he kind of went back to, well, Deontay Wilder started when he was 21. I'm 23. Okay. And so that was I don't feel like he was so much comparing himself or saying that he was going to be the next great heavyweight or whatever, because honestly, these two men were not in the same weight class. So when you really look at it just from a sheer, Nate's 5'9", 5'7".
Yeah.
And Jake Paul is all of 6 feet. Now, I don't know exactly how tall he is, but I know he's at least 6 feet.
What was their weight difference?
I don't remember. It wasn't anything super crazy, but it was probably about 10, 15 pounds.
Okay.
It's legitimate, like, enough that you're like, okay.
So he was 15 pounds more than Nate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was essentially a light heavyweight fighting a middleweight.
Yeah.
And that kind of can happen. So I mean, I don't care for Jake Paul myself either. Like I told you, in terms of a lot of people didn't care for him, just in terms of his arrogance and different things, and so that was the reason why a lot of people were pulling for Nate. But he was I didn't mind him too much in his post fight comments, but I'll let you have the floor.
No, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying how I felt, and how I feel like he's going to get a lot of resistance just because resistance from fans, just because of that attitude and the way he's speaking. When I was bringing up Manny Pacquiao and Triple G, and I love boxing. I love boxing because I get to know the individual and you get to hear their struggle.
Yeah.
Like Manny Pacquiao, he was 12 years old. He left his home, his mother, his province, went to Manila. Wanted to train, but then the trainer wouldn't allow it because he was too young.
Yeah.
So Manny Pacquiao stayed there, cleaned up, and waited until he was old enough to start training.
Yeah.
Triple G has a twin brother who's a boxer that couldn't box because he didn't have enough money for training. So that's what I'm talking about, is the story.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about as a fan.
Yeah.
And your struggle is because you're rich and you come over here and people are hating on you. That's not really a struggle, honey.
That's not a struggle. That's
a
choice.
But,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, what he can bring, and the positive thing is he's going to bring more eyes to boxing.
Yes.
But if you want to be a boxer and you're training as a boxer, you're talking like a boxer, why don't you box a boxer?
Yeah.
Don't box a retired NBA player.
Yeah.
Or another YouTuber. That's fine. You can do that, but the talk how you're talking, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me.
No, that's
inundated.
fair.
It's kind of a disrespect to boxers that have the pedigree and done the struggle and are working,
But you also cover boxing a lot, so you're around the sport.
Not so much anymore.
But you have. So you're more of a purist for boxing. So I think that's why it probably does irritate you more than maybe a casual fan would, because you take it more serious, and you take the fighters a lot more serious.
Yeah, it's the sweet science to you.
Exactly. And and I don't want to be fully negative. If he really wants to be in boxing, he does have a huge following.
Yeah.
God bless.
Help the sport. Fight a pro.
Yeah.
Fight an up and coming.
Well, this
boxer.
was his second fight. I don't know who he fought in his first fight.
Was the YouTuber,
it was a YouTuber the first fight. So
neither of them count. Okay, neither of the wins count. I got you. I see. Well, okay. See, I didn't know who his first fight was.
Yeah.
I knew he had fought one before, but I didn't know who the person was. I didn't know. I was hoping it was maybe just somebody that was washed up, but. Yeah, that's two fake fights.
Two fake fights, exactly.
Two fake fights.
We'll call it entertainment boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, create credibility.
And that's the thing. Knowing
if you take an L, that's fine. You stepped in the ring and you actually fought.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that. I don't know. It's me. Maybe it's me. It's just that attitude towards it. I mean, but boxing, you don't. He's got, I don't know, am I being a hater?
No, I don't think you are, because I feel the same way, because you're not a real boxer. He's not a real boxer, and I think that's where the frustration is. Now you're trying to act like you're a real boxer when you haven't fought boxers at all, and you're trying to put your name in that same ring.
You haven't paid your dues.
Exactly.
Go to a club fight. I mean.
It's entertainment. And if you can admit that you're like, I'm doing this for entertainment, one day I hope to be a professional boxer, then do that. But don't try to act like you're in that same ring with Deontay Wilder and people like that.
I think the main thing, too, to both of your point, honestly, if he was serious about it and he was going to go, not necessarily the gold gloves route, but he was going to go kind of underground and go get his fights, but he's Jake Paul. And I have millions of followers, so that means I have to be on this card, or I have to, like, I have to be kind of spoon-fed fighters. I think that's probably where some of your biggest issues are as well. Like, if he actually was going out and just fighting, and fighting up and coming pros just like himself, totally different conversation. If you
Thank
come out
you.
and you're 7-0
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you've fought, even if they're nobodies, but
Yeah.
you fought someone else that was trying to be somebody too,
Yes.
a little different conversation,
Yes.
a little different.
Yes, thank you.
I see
Give
what you're saying.
respect. Give respect.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Don't just dip in and be like, "Oh, this is great. I'm doing so well."
Yeah,
It's real.
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's legit.
Because any other sport, you can't even try to pull that. You
can't fake
play
baseball.
You can't play a game of 1-on-1 against somebody and say, "Well, I'm the next LeBron James because I beat somebody that doesn't even play basketball at basketball."
I beat Ronaldo at basketball. Like, well, he's Ronaldo. He plays soccer.
Yeah.
A little different. That's true. That is pretty good.
So what was your entertainment factor like? What'd you think about just the whole night, Jenny, with Tyson fighting Roy Jones, and the whole aspect of it? Even with the frustration, was it still an entertaining fight seeing a former NBA player just sleeping?
Yes, entertainment was there. Entertainment factor, yes, was good. I came in a little late, so I missed the Badu fight.
Okay.
But I did see the Jake and then Nate, and I saw the Tyson. God, Tyson's still so good. He's still so fast. I like him.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
He's good. Oh my God. But you know what I did like?
I would have
too?
liked to see Jake Paul try to fight Tyson.
Hey, you know what?
Listen, if you're a real fighter, fight somebody in their 50s. See what you can do.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Roy was struggling in that post interview.
He was hurt.
He was legitimately hurt.
His
Like,
stomach was hurt. So it's two things. People were saying he had the gloves up because he was trying to cover up his fat. It's like he's not doing that. He doesn't care.
that's fair.
Two things. He was wearing the Kobe gloves, so he was trying to make sure people got to see those. And he was legit. Like those body shots took a toll on him.
Yeah, he was
sure.
he was smiling through the pain.
Yeah,
for sure. But Jenny, the rest of the first fight of the night, I forget the two. I want to say it was Martinez and Vasquez. The first two fighters, they went to a decision, but I mean, like the entire, I don't think either of them threw a jab. Like it was nothing but hooks and hellacious uppercuts the entire 8 rounds. That was the first fight. It was a great start to the night. But then French Montana was there and Sway Lee and I think it's St. John. I don't know the child's name. But Snoop Dogg was great.
I loved him. Didn't he look good?
He did really well, and then
he should be doing more of that stuff.
Honestly,
so
just
cool.
play the hits. Like Mike Tyson was like, Snoop, just give me the hits.
Yeah.
I don't want anything that no one really knows that well.
But
play
he was
the
there
hits.
commentating. And
He did a great job.
And he did that at the Laker game once. They brought him on to talk to him, and he was commentating during the Laker game. So
Yeah.
I would love for him to just be a commentator.
Do that more.
And be Snoop as a commentator.
Be Snoop as the
so
commentator.
Yeah.
Jenny, now what did you think of the ring? Because I really liked the production value of the ring, how they had it lit. The lighting was really I thought it was really cool. They did a really good job.
No, I thought that kudos to the production crew. Amazing. I loved the white.
Yes.
Against all the lights. And usually Staples Center, it's like this, and then you have all the crowd looking in.
Yeah.
But Saturday night they had the lights right above the ring, and then I guess when you were called to your corner, the one corner was blue and one was red. I thought it was really cool. It was a smaller ring though. Everything I liked it. I loved it.
But I did like that, knowing you don't have a crowd. I think they did a really good job of hiding that fact and making it for TV, and hopefully. I mean, and Top Rank's done a good job of doing that too in UFC and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it definitely looked good. It was like a TV show.
It looked just.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
this is now the third or fourth version of of fights in different venues and different things. With Top Rank, with UFC. And theirs, it looked like you said. It looked like it honestly looked like you were watching Rocky. Like they were coming out, and it was. Just the lighting of everything, and like you said, the lights above the ring. I think for photographs, that's gonna look insane. But yeah, it was. I was really impressed. And like you said, anything Mike Tyson. One of my friends was trying to, I was trying to explain to them how big of a day yesterday was, and I was like, this is essentially Michael Jordan coming out of retirement. It's on that level.
In a way.
In a way, because
knowing it was an exhibition and we saw some of the rules and stuff like that, and that turned me off a little bit from actually, buying the fight and stuff like that.
Wait, what were the rules that you saw?
I mean, it was supposed to be you can't knock them out.
No knockouts.
No knockouts.
Oh.
There was just a lot of It was 8 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, if someone got cut,
the
fight was over. Like if it was a cut, the fight was over.
And I want both your opinions on this, and I'll start with you, Jenny. What did you think about the fight ending in a draw? Did you feel duped a little bit? Because I think Tyson won that fight, and they just gave it a draw. It's like we're in a participation trophy season. Let me ask her.
Jenny,
we're in participation.
No, I think Tyson dominated the fight. First 5 rounds was totally his. Jones, he started looking more alive in the last 3 rounds. So I give it to him. But Tyson won. I think it went to him. I don't know. I think I like what you said, the participation trophy.
Yeah,
you didn't want to be mean.
Well,
Nice.
In the rules, it was saying that both of them are getting a belt. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's going to be a draw. They said that in the rules. So that was kind of the one rule that ended up sticking. Like everything else, they looked like they were throwing. So it wasn't like, if somebody goes down, how are you going to stop it?
They're in their 50s.
Yeah.
They're in their 50s.
But still,
and you gotta give them something.
Yeah. Right. Like I didn't do all this training for nothing.
We're gonna give you this. We're gonna give you that. And I get it. I get why it was a draw. You see how Tyson was like, yeah, I'm okay with the draw. He was all nice and happy.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then Roy had a really stupid line where he's
like
that was dumb.
That was good.
That was a dad joke line where he's like, I don't like draws. I wear draws.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Roy. You can do better than that.
What did he say? Did he shout out to Pensacola and Russia so many times?
Yeah.
Isn't he a Russian citizen? I can't remember.
That.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
I remember he was doing something in Russia. I think that was the reason why he was shouting out Russia so much.
Well,
no, because he his last few fights were in Russia.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing.
Because these guys at this age, they can't get sanctioned in the U.S. anywhere. Most of these states won't allow it, and that's why this ended up being an exhibition, because this fight was not going to get sanctioned.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Now,
once a fighter, once a boxer, always.
Yeah.
Now,
it's in their minds. It's their mentality.
Yeah. Now,
take it away from them. Give them their belts. Gosh.
But listen, you could have the second place belt and the first place belt. You don't have to both get first place belts.
Everyone's first place. Everyone's a winner, Quan. Now, do you guys want to see Mike versus Evander now? Because that keeps being talked about.
I don't know what round is this. Do you remember Tyson? He walks in and he starts biting his glove. Do you remember that? He started nibbling his glove. I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna do something.
Oh no, I didn't see that. That was on Sunday. I mean on Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Oh my gosh, no, I didn't see that. I didn't catch that. That's funny. I didn't catch that at all.
So Mike Tyson has said that if he fights Evander Holyfield again, someone asked him, would you bite his ear again? He said, if he headbutted me again, I will bite his ear again.
Right. That's right.
So this dude has no remorse on the ear bite because, hey, if you keep headbutting me with that massive head, because Evander Holyfield has a head that, it's a weapon.
Yeah.
And so I guess he figured, I can't headbutt you back.
Yeah.
But I could bite your ear. It's equal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did hear him say that because they were asking him do you regret it? And he was like, well, I would have probably done some things differently. And then they kind of asked him again. He was like, well, if he keep biting me, then I would do exactly the same thing. I was like, I love you, Mike.
Fight's a fight.
Oh my goodness. Now, Jenny, how long have you been covering sports, and how long have you started? I was on your page and I saw your sushi art. If you'd like to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you mean covering boxing? Not that long. I've been a sushi chef I had my business for 6 years. So you want to talk about sushi art, which is my naked sushi?
Sure. Give us the whole Jenny sushi line. We want to learn about all of it.
Because you have your show too. So just talk to us about all of it.
Okay, so I'm a sushi chef. I actually went to school for accounting, And it wasn't my cup of tea. And I just remember.
That's what most people say when they go to school for accounting.
I know. It was kind of like like what's the not the FYI, but like kind of save your ass, and then being Asian or Filipino, Japanese moms, like, what are you doing with your life? So accounting was like a safe thing to do.
Okay.
And then it wasn't for me. I was like barely passing classes, like by the skin of my teeth. And I always loved sushi, and I wanted to be in the kitchen. So that's how sushi started. But in restaurants and in sushi, actually in restaurants, less than 7% of females work as chefs. And in the sushi industry, it's less than 2%.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of picked kind of like a difficult career. Then I started catering sushi. This is a long story. Anyways, fast forward, started catering, and then I also do the naked sushi, where I have male and female models. They lay on a table. I decorate it with flowers and sushi, and that's mainly for high-end events. We've done like the Golden Globes, a lot of red carpets, a lot of magazine, events, stuff like that. That's the sushi, the naked sushi part. People think it's me doing the naked sushi. I'm like, no, I'm the chef.
I'm the chef.
Yeah, and then let's see. Then
and they're wearing sushi, so they're not all the way naked. They're wearing sushi.
Yeah, you're eating the sushi off of them.
Yeah, so the private area and the breast area is covered by sushi, and the sushi doesn't actually touch the skin. I use bamboo leaves.
Okay.
There's bamboo leaves and then the sushi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with COVID.
I don't do bachelor parties or card games or anything raunchy or trashy like that. Yeah. It's very high end. It's co-ed. We got girls and guys coming to the events.
There you go.
So you've been covering boxing a little bit, but that's not really your passion. That's just something you kind of do on the side, or what?
So that started because I was doing red carpet events, just like, question. How do I say, like, interviews, red carpet interviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas for a Manny Pacquiao fight, and then I met, and I know you know him, Mike Dixon from Vegas Sports Daily.
Yeah.
So I had met him, and he's like, hey, would you like to cover boxing in Cali? I'm like, fuck yeah, this is fun. So that's how that started. It was a very short career in covering boxing. And then all that stuff had happened with you know who, and then
you know who.
Blacklisted.
Wait a minute. You were blacklisted?
Yeah.
Oh no! See, you didn't care. All right, we won't talk about all that. We can
well, how do you feel about that? Was that something you weren't really covering that much anyway, so it didn't really bother you, or did it bother you?
So I'm a sushi chef. I have my own business, which is awesome. I mean, I feel. Of course, I was hurt being blacklisted on something that I didn't do.
Exactly.
I hate the word victim, but I was the victim in that.
Yeah.
And so they basically blacklisted me, and I understand why Mike kind of asked me to step down, because he was getting a lot of heat from Top Rank. So
wow.
I just kind of like went back to doing sushi and everything. And if Pacquiao's gonna fight, then I write a little bit about him, say something. But that was something that was difficult.
See,
do you want to cover? Do you want to cover UFC with us?
we'll happily bring you back on board.
Yeah, you can cover UFC with us.
They're on their best behavior.
I don't really watch UFC. That's the problem, though. I love boxing. So
we'll get you into it.
Okay, so that was it, and so I got blacklisted.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Women, I should feel bad for women that, like, if that's their sole income.
Yeah.
And they get blacklisted because of something a boxer does to them. So.
And unfortunately, in media, it's women have an easy opportunity to get blacklisted. It's already harder for them, anyways, to be in there as media. So I think that's very sad. That's upsetting.
Yeah.
That, like you said, it wasn't something you did. It's something that was done to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think they just didn't.
That's crazy.
I just don't want to put any more negative.
Yeah.
Of course.
It was just too much. It was a lot. So blacklisted from Top Rank. And then Mike asked me to step down and not rock. So I don't know if I was if there. And plus 2020, no one's been invited to go to the fights, but
exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully those doors do open up for you again, even if it's not Top Rank, maybe other, leagues, PBC and all those.
Yeah.
I think so. It's not like,
Because you're good at it. I mean, you know, you were very professional with all the interviews I've seen you do.
Well, thanks.
You know, because sometimes people will get a girl on their brand just to interview, and they don't even know what they're talking about with the sport. It's just like, let's get a pretty face.
Yeah.
But it's like you actually know what you're talking about.
You enjoy the sport.
Yeah.
You know you knew the ins and outs. Yeah, I'm heartbroken to hear that. That's really bad. I did not know we were gonna go that way.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about what you're doing now. You got the Jenny Sushe show.
So
that's hard to say. Jenny Sushe show. Jenny Sushe show.
So,
you gotta say it slow.
So that started. So I have guests that come on. They're either an athlete, influencer, or an entrepreneur.
Okay.
They come on this show with me or to my kitchen, and then I show them how to make sushi, and we just kind of chit chat about life. And I ask them just like how they became an athlete or advice they give to anybody while we're making sushi, and then I name the role after them.
Oh, that's really
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The
show's really good. Where can they find the show?
So on Roku TV, and we're also on Amazon, and then clips of the show are on my YouTube channel.
Okay, cool. Where's your YouTube?
Jenny with the Y and Sushi with an E.
Okay, and we got the name tagged on the screen, so if you guys, you can see that at Jenny Sushe. Follow her on all social media. How has this, 2020, obviously, pandemic, how has that impacted what you've been doing with your show, what you've been doing, being a sushi chef and all that?
Yeah, it's bad. Restaurants are closed.
Yeah.
No events. I do catering, no events. People have been reaching out and wanting to do like naked sushi private events, but I'm just so afraid to get in trouble or to get fined. I have about like $2 million worth of insurance because we do a lot of like high-end events. Anything is to happen, I'm covered.
Yeah.
But to get in trouble, to get fined, I didn't want that. And so I haven't done any events. I've done nothing with sushi this whole year. Thank God, though, that we had filmed in February a few episodes. We had Mike O'Hearn, what's his name, on Mikael. He's got a reality show. Mike O'Hearn is like a 4-time Mr. Universe. Mm-hmm. He's got like a product line with like health and wellness. Yeah. So we filmed a few episodes before, which I'm grateful for, but nothing going on right now.
Wow.
But I mean,
and especially,
I've got the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And you being in California, I mean, it's even worse out there than
in terms of restrictions.
In terms of restaurants being closed and all that stuff. So I know that has to be, really hard out there.
Yeah, we're closing down again in a couple of days. We had so it was like takeout and not dine in. You could dine. It's like the dine in, but outside area. And I know Orange County. Well, I'm in Seal Beach, so that's like the border of from LA and Orange County. So I'm right next to Long Beach. Okay. So I see a lot of Orange County restaurants only doing the takeout.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is difficult. I'm kind of afraid. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a lot of friends that are chefs that don't have jobs anymore. Yeah. It's just difficult right now. So.
And I saw one of your favorite restaurants in Vegas is closing. I saw you did a little thing on that.
Mesa Grill. I'm so mad. That's one of my favorites too. It's not it's closing, and now it's gonna be an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Amalfi.
Yeah, yep, that's it.
Yeah. You know what I liked? I like what Bobby Flay said. He had said, during this pandemic, he's had time to really reflect and think about what his passions were. And one of, his passions was, the Amalfi Coast and seafood. So he's reopening, I think, next year, summertime, Amalfi. So I'm excited about that. Just bummed to hear that Mesa Grill is going to be closing because there's not that many restaurants on the Strip or in Vegas that have like the Southwest, South Mex Tex.
Javier's is all we got now, girl. That's it.
Javier's, but that's not. I love Javier's. We have a Javier's over here, so I'm good with it. It's just, like that tiger shrimp with the corn garlic tamale. That was really good. The menu is amazing.
Yeah.
So when you come to Vegas, Jenny, what is your go-to spot? What every time you come out here, where do you have to go?
Oh. Good question.
As far as a restaurant?
Just anywhere. Just you're in Vegas. I know I'm going here for sure.
Jesus, I haven't been at all this year, so for sure.
Well, we got to change that first and foremost.
Okay, so I don't really go to clubs. Maybe I'll go to like to an after hours, but I'll pop around. I'll pop around to like different casinos and just kind of walk to the different lounges. And I love playing like the video poker. So Aria is one.
Okay.
Cosmo, I can't go there anymore.
Wait, why? Why can't you go to Cosmo anymore? You've been blacklisted at Cosmo too?
Well, look at this. So myself, Meek Mills, and OJ Simpson have something in common.
Okay, are we?
We're not allowed at the Cosmo.
What did you do to Cosmo?
So we're just leaving it at that.
We're leaving it at that.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
Cosmo, and I used to love to go to the Chandelier Bar.
Yeah.
During and just kind of like peep the people going in and out of the clubs. Aria, and I gotta say, I do like going to like the after hours like strip clubs because everybody goes there. It's fun.
Okay.
Not everybody.
And it just, I migrate.
All right. Well, I've got to hear the restaurant because
off air we're gonna see why she can't go to Cosmo.
Okay. Well, restaurant. What about restaurant?
Okay, restaurants. Okay, I used to love Carnavino, but because of the whole thing with Mario Batali, that is closed. I love MGM's Joe Robuchon.
Yeah, that one's good.
Amazing. STK, Bardo Brassier. I love a Craft Steakhouse. What else?
Now, do you ever go off the strip to eat?
You know what? I went to Fremont this last time I was there.
Okay. And that's where our studio's at.
I know I should have came by and visited. And we went to
They always say that, Josh, after the fact.
It is what it is, Quan. I just move on. Where did you go on Fremont last time you were here?
So where's your studio at again?
Fremont, Jenny, Fremont.
I'll text you the address next time.
Oh my goodness. That's too funny.
Yeah, I just went to Fremont, kind of just popped in, popped out, went to Circa.
Okay.
Okay.
There's not that many restaurants that I've been to on Fremont, but I do like that pizza place with
Evil Pie?
Evil Knievel guy.
Yeah, Evil Pie.
Evil Knievel
Evil
guy.
Pie.
I like it.
There you go. I like that place.
Place is really good.
Drinks are good. Drinks are cheap.
Yeah. One of the few spots in Vegas.
Well, next time you come out here, we'll have to take you off the strip because there's a lot of good spots off the strip that will, find a good restaurant.
Norris is one of my favorites.
That's a good
off the
one.
strip. Mm-hmm.
Really good one.
What kind of food at Norris?
Italians at Norris. Yeah, and then Capo's for Italian as well.
Yeah,
that place is a little too dark though. It's
too dark.
It's mafioso for sure. You go in there.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like pitch black. Like it's literally like the candle and you and whoever's at your table.
And a singer that's been singing there for 35 years.
Pretty much.
I like that. The ambiance.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna let you go. Let everybody know one more time where they can find you, and we definitely appreciate getting you on.
Thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
And next time you're out here, we need you in the studio during the show.
Oh, I have no shame. I'll come by and say hi.
For sure.
All right. Thanks, Jenny.
All right.
And
Bye,
you can
guys.
find her.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
At Jenny
You want to
Sushe.
find me? So just Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, or whatever. It's all Jenny with a Y, Sushi with an E.
And real quick, Jenny, before you go, what's your favorite out of these two memes of Nate Robinson?
Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'd have to.
Poor Nate.
God, that's bad, you guys. Who made this? Okay, no, I like
the internet.
The internet. That's horrible.
I like him laying down the NBA one. That's
the
cute.
NBA logo is crazy.
Nate Basketball Association.
No, they said never box again.
Oh no.
He shouldn't be boxing. Did you know that those two are now considered, or he's considered a pro boxer just because they made
because of that.
Yeah.
But now you're a pro boxer. God, Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything, now you're a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're pros at this.
Exactly.
You guys are pros.
Well, Jenny, we appreciate getting you on, and we will definitely be in touch again soon.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your time. Sorry about the whole situation with the Skype and the Zoom.
No one knows. No one knows about that, Jenny. You let it go.
Knows.
Nobody knows. That's back of house.
Okay, never mind.
It's back of house.
It never happened. It never happened.
All right.
Take care,
Jenny.
Jenny. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
That is Jenny Sushe. Make sure you check her out on all social media. Follow her everywhere. We have about 5 more minutes to talk about some other sports, Josh.
All right.
We talked about the NBA a little bit.
Yeah.
It's coming back preseason. Every team is playing at least 2 games, a road and a home game.
I saw that.
And then most teams, I think, are playing 4 games.
Yeah.
I don't know, give people a chance to do something, but I think the first month of the season is going to be more of a preseason because this is different. The draft just happened.
Yeah.
So you're not getting the rookies for 3 to 4 months. You're getting them for less than a month.
Then less than 3 weeks.
To be able to get them acclimated to the system, to the staff, to
everything.
Living there. You know, things you don't think about. These people have to move from, if you got drafted from Dayton, you're moving to New York. You have to figure all that out. You know, you have to figure out a place to stay, a place to live.
Usually by this point in the year, I've had 3 months to find my favorite restaurants, to meet some people, to do anything. I've got 2 weeks.
You just don't know.
Because think about it. They didn't move more than likely before Thanksgiving. They had Thanksgiving with their families.
Yeah.
They did those types of things.
You're looking at apartments. You're looking at maybe some of my teammates that I know. Maybe I could live with them for a few months until I get acclimated to the city. All these things you don't think about that put yourself in those shoes. If you get a new job and you get sent off somewhere, you have to figure all that stuff out. You got to close out things where you live right now to go to a new city. So there's a lot of
little things
that you got to think
quiet.
about. Yeah. You know, it's going to be different. A lot of these college players, you know, we talk about, you know, the NBA players haven't played for a long time. These college players haven't either, you know. Yeah. We don't know how they're going to do, they're going from we didn't even go to the tournament to now all of a sudden we're here in the NBA.
And
that's LeBron James. That's Steph Curry. That's James Harden. Like, how did we get here? Because that year just slipped away.
I mean, and thinking about not going to March Madness, not having Summer League, you know, to jump right in. You know, NBA players, when it comes down to it, they're still NBA players.
Yeah.
They know how to be a professional. They know what that entails and what it means. For a college player to essentially have a 2-week, you know, rush technique of trying to figure out all of this, it's going to be interesting to see what rookies really shine forth quickly. And I don't know if, you know, those high draft picks outside of Wiseman, because where is he? He's around a lot of pros, around
and a good organization. Let's not act like the organizations all have their stuff together.
Exactly.
Some of them don't. Golden State definitely does. So I think
does.
Somebody like Wiseman will do good.
Look fine.
LaMelo Ball. We love Michael Jordan. The Hornets organization has not been good.
Yeah.
Not like they've been sloppy. They just haven't done good as far as like the team. I'm not sure how, you know.
How do you feel about them getting Hayward? Do you think that's a
lot of money for a player that's been injured his whole Celtics career?
Well, I'll say this, and
because they just have Batum on the same type of deal,
and they got
Batum
nothing.
Averaged 3.6 points last year, making $120 million on that contract.
Exactly. So
the Clippers just picked him up, so that's a good deal to pick up somebody off waivers.
Yeah,
because you're not paying them hardly anything. You're paying them the vet minimum.
Yeah.
So for the Clippers, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
But you know, Charlotte overpaid for him, and it almost feels like the same thing.
Well,
where now you're picking up. Obviously, he's been an all-star and stuff, but they spoke of so highly of Batum. But Hayward has been injured so much.
He's been injured, but at the same time, you know, when he got injured, because remember he got injured the first game of his career in Boston, regular season game. And at that point,
but then he missed some playoff games last year too.
Oh yeah. No, but what I mean by that is, like, when he got hurt, the entire dynamic of what he could be to them, what that team was supposed to be, forever changed. And Tatum had to take a step forward, and all those other people had to take steps forward, when before Gordon Hayward was supposed to be one of the guys. He wasn't going to be the guy. He was coming there as one of the guys that was going to get them back over the hump. I think him going to Charlotte for the same money that they just got off the books for Batum, I mean, he's still very functional.
Yeah.
And if he's going back to now, you're leaning on him a little bit more. I don't know. I'm interested to see.
The one thing in Boston is I don't think they had a lot of room for him.
No.
Because you had the emergence of Jason Tatum, which when he first got there, that wasn't it. You know,
Yeah.
Tatum was we don't know if he's gonna be an all-star or not.
Sure.
So you had it was Kyrie Irving and Hayward that were supposed to bring the Celtics back.
And
obviously,
Horford
too, but obviously they're both gone now, and the Celtics have done well in their drafting, and they got Kemba Walker, so.
Jaylen Brown took a step forward.
Well, like I said, that's part of the drafting.
Yeah.
Drafting. So they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna miss him because now they don't have to worry about trying to find minutes for him. But as far as Charlotte,
I'm interested to see.
My only problem is these are the people they always go after, which you're not getting a lot of free agents there anyway. So I understand you have to go for the ones you can get
that are willing to come.
But the fact that it's always these type of people, these are the type of people Jordan drafts, like the people that kind of have a name, but are they going to be good?
It could go either way.
The Adam Morrisons, the Frank Kaminsky's. I mean, I don't know.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm 100% there with you. What I'll say is I'm intrigued because everyone's kind of throwing dirt on it and then throwing dirt on the money, and I was like, well, they waived Batum, and how much was Batum making? 25. Yeah. And he had no business making that money. So if they get production for that money now, I think that at least helps that team.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Real quick, going back to the boxing. Ryan Reeves.
Oh yeah,
the enforcer for the Las Vegas Golden Knights or Vegas Golden Knights out here in Las Vegas. He's calling out Jake Paul. He wants to fight Jake Paul. Now, I don't know if his NHL contract would allow him to do that, but he might also be thinking, like, I'm not sure when we're playing again because the NHL is being very slow in their comeback process.
Announcing.
They're talking about, we might be back by the 1st of January.
Fixing to go.
We'll see.
And the NHL usually has a really long preseason, too. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see them kind of warm that back into shape.
Evander Kane also called out Paul.
all the black kids are like,
all the dudes.
We will do it for the culture then.
Yeah.
Nate couldn't get it done. I saw that one, and then I saw Jake Paul. Someone said, "Well, fight LeBron," and Jake Paul was like, "Nah, he's too big." And
I'm
way
like, too big.
Is he? And if he hasn't fought either, if he I don't know.
6'8" and 6 or 6'9" and 6 foot.
Bro, LeBron is 6'11". I'm here to tell you that. Well, he is not 6'9". They keep trying to say he's 6'9".
But listen, you just made my point.
Make it even worse.
Yeah,
true. But no, he's beyond a freaking nature. Like it's.
All right, NFL real quick. The Ravens Steelers game that was this is a Thanksgiving night game was pushed back to Tuesday and now got pushed back to Wednesday. Why not just? So then they play Sunday? They have Sunday games? Like,
that's right.
What's going on with this? And how come the Denver Broncos had 3 quarterbacks out with COVID or potential COVID, and they made them play still?
No, so basically, all right, I just read something earlier today, and
Please explain it, because I don't understand why they've canceled and postponed so many games and wouldn't do it for this.
The reason that they so basically, I think that this may have came up in our group chat. I never remember where I get half of my information at this point, but I believe that they were trying to make an example of the Denver Broncos. And the Denver Broncos, all their quarterback room, because remember, it was just the quarterbacks. It wasn't really like it got widespread.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at the Ravens, they had people in the linebacker group and the quarterback and all the running backs and the center, and they had different factions all over the team that had tested positive. With Denver, it was just in the quarterback room. So they essentially were punishing them by making them just go take a loss. And then on top of that, not allowing
they gave them the opportunity to actually forfeit the game, and they're like, we're not going to forfeit the whole game.
I think I would have taken the forfeit. I don't know, but I mean, you're not losing any money either way. Maybe possibly regional TV.
You might be
money.
Losing money.
If you're losing regional TV money, then you play the game. But
you're also risking a lot of injuries.
That's what I'm saying.
You have a quarterback that's not a quarterback now throwing the ball,
getting hit.
Well, not just him getting hit. He's not throwing in the right places for his receivers not to get hit.
Yes. You've got running backs that are running out of the Wildcat, and now they're getting hit by people that shouldn't be there.
You're putting your line at a disadvantage because they know you're running most of the time.
Yep. They were in cover one.
Yeah.
Like the whole game, they were like, oh, okay, so you guys aren't going to throw? All right, so we're just going to man up and blitz over and over again. I felt so bad.
And then more COVID news. 49ers, Santa Clara is closed down.
Yeah.
All the way, folks.
Yeah.
So 49ers cannot play at home. So week 13 and 14, they're playing in Arizona, which is crazy that a division rival would open up their spot for them. But that's kind of like what you're seeing in the NFL right now because there's so much stuff going on. Are we going to lose playoff games? Like, this is getting worse.
Well, I'll say to your point, it's even crazier in today's times that an NFL team would allow another team to come in their home because now that's two more sets of teams that are coming into our situation when we're on the road or
potentially
whatever.
Bring COVID into
Yeah, like that's that's a whole nother ball of wax too, where it's like, is it worth it for us to open ourselves up to potentially another 300 people that are coming in here? So that's interesting too. Our game this weekend is going to be in Arizona instead of Santa Clara. We play this week. We play. No, excuse me. Next week we play you guys. Next week we play the Steelers in whatever shape they're in on Sunday.
So Steelers and Ravens are playing Wednesday. And then they have to play again Sunday.
Don't try to push my game back. Don't give them an extra day. It'll be all right.
Steelers might take the L on this just because.
Somewhere possibly. I'm hoping my game.
Wow. I mean, that'd be good for you.
Heck yeah.
Because the Giants now lead the NFC East, which is the division we've talked about being one of the worst statistically in NFL history at this period of time. New York is leading the NFC East with a 4-7 record. There's a high chance that the team that wins the NFC East going to the playoffs is going to have a losing record.
Oh no, that's almost a guarantee.
Almost. There's a chance that the Giants could win out or Washington could win out and have a winning record. No. But
I'm just trying to get to 6. Let me get to 6 so I can claim my money. Because I was like, 5.5? Oh, of course we're gonna get to 6 wins. Oh, just let me get to 6 wins.
So there's a few weeks left.
Yeah, I think they have a really good shot if they continue to play how they've been playing the last few weeks. If they continue to play how they've been playing the last 2 weeks, I think Washington has a chance to at least get to 6 to 7 wins. They possibly could get to 7 because we've got another game versus Philly, and then I forget who else we play, but we've got a couple more winnable games.
All right,
so we'll see.
And some UFC. We'll hopefully have an interview coming up on Thursday with a fighter that won on Saturday night. That was the good thing, man. Everyone's watching boxing, watching these exhibitions, but I was in here watching some really good UFC fights. Miguel Baeza, we know him from Contender Series. Just won his 3rd fight in the UFC with a submission.
Okay,
looks really good right now. And your boy Smith, why can't I think of his first name?
Oh no, daggone it.
He ended up. He looks good. I mean, his last fight, he got beat. He was losing teeth and all that. And he ended up winning. Anthony Smith, of course. He ended up winning, looked good. So some of these fighters could look down and out and look like their careers on the downward spiral. But he dominated on Saturday night, which ended up being the I
was just about to say that.
It ended up being the main event.
The Black Beast was not unleashed
because Curtis Blades tested positive for COVID, so his fight against Derek Lewis ended up getting canceled 2 days before.
Like, seriously.
We have our man Jamal Hill fighting this Saturday, and he's the co-main event for this UFC fight night. Yep. So when he wins, and he's actually fighting this is the first known name.
This is a challenge. This is getting into the show.
Yeah.
When should he win this one? It's a whole different ball. Jamal's gonna be a whole different person to deal with.
So listen, if you guys aren't watching on Saturday, you'll know if Jamal won, if he's in the studio Monday or not.
Yes, because we will have him in here.
We will have Jamal Hill in the studio when he gets this win. He's 8-0, technically 7-0-1.
He's 8-0,
but he's 8-0 in the UFC. And the funny thing, ESPN is still giving him 8-0.
Good,
but on one of the other websites I saw, he's 7-0-1.
I hope they keep pushing that he's undefeated.
Yeah.
because there's no reason for.
Well,
them
disqualification, you're still undefeated though.
Yeah, well,
it's just because John Jones has that. He has the 0-1.
That's right.
On his record as well.
That's right.
So it's cool. So listen, we will talk more UFC on Thursday. Hopefully,
Todd got you.
Exactly. Hopefully, we'll have somebody in the studio that just won her fight. I'll give you a hint. Her fight with some toe kicks to the liver.
Toe jam. Take it.
So hopefully she'll be in the studio, and we'll also might have somebody else on the line. Tony Gravely won his fight 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he did.
So we're going to have him live on the line on Skype as well. So make sure you guys check that out. We'll be live with Tim Lane in a little bit. His show's coming up. So stick with us on Gorilla Cross Radio, GorillaCross.com, the Gorilla Cross app. And we will see you on Thursday, 1 or 2, whenever.
Fixing to go.
There we go.
Take care.
Get it like Toby. You on my way. Don't get cozy. Give me my trophy. Yeah. I had to pray. I had to kill off the old me. Yeah. Had to focus a lot. I'ma shoot my shot. Kobe. Yeah. I'm on my way. Get it like Toby. You on my way. Don't get cozy. Give me my trophies. Yeah.